Hello, it's Lori Ballen, and I'm going to bring you a video here today specifically for real estate agents, although anybody can use this. One of my recent discoveries, I've been making a lot of videos around Keller Williams' new technology, KW Command, and a lot of my followers are not Keller Williams agents, so I'm working to stay within that specific niche with Keller Williams, obviously, but also bring some stuff that everybody can use. And for Keller Williams agents that might want to think beyond just KW Command, that's what today is about, okay? Now, I'm going to show you something that's working very, very well for me, and we have just scratched the surface. So I did a webinar on this, and I made a video on this recently, and I want to kind of update you and show you what's happening. So this right here, this box right here on the right that you're seeing, let me close that little help file. Whoops. Stop. Go away. Okay. A couple things. In the video below, I'm going to give you a link to Opt-in Monster, and I'm going to give you a link to Constant Contact in case you want to check either of those out. And if I mention anything else, I'll put it in there. I am a six-figure affiliate marketer, and I do benefit if you make a purchase through one of my links. Sometimes my links get you a coupon or a discount, and sometimes they're just a link, an affiliate link. My Constant Contact one, I believe, gets you a 30-day free trial. So if you're using, you are a Keller Williams agent, you're using Command, that's okay. There's still ways to create integrations. Now, Opt-in Monster, what Opt-in Monster does is it creates pop-ups, slide-ins, bars on the top of your website so that you can make offers and build your mailing list. Now, your mailing list doesn't have to just be email. It can be text. You can work with social strategies. There's all kinds of things you can do. When people hear mailing list, they immediately assume email now. Back in the day, it was direct mail, right? Email. There's lots of, let's just say, a contact list. And emailing specifically still works at a super high level when you can create an offer that directly interests the person that's on that specific page. So I started off with something super generic. Okay, this super generic offer here is a Las Vegas newsletter. Now watch how this works. We're going to hop over here. We're going to go to my real estate website. So this is what would happen if somebody were on, we're on desktop. So I'll show you what it looks like on desktop. You can obviously see the same thing if you go over to mobile, how that looks. So they're on my website and they happen to be scrolling maybe, right? Maybe they click over and they start looking at a blog, and they're scrolling down, reading the blog, and I have a timer set so that a pop-up will show up after a certain amount of time. There it is. You can change how long that takes. Now, if you saw, I purposely was scrolling and delaying so that you could see when it pops up, because what I don't want is I don't want to reduce the user experience by having a pop-up too early on necessarily. That being said, I've got one that pops up super quick on another website that's converting at a really high level. So watch this. We'll go over to my training website, loriballen.com. Oh, I just turned it off. I don't think it'll pop up. I think I just turned it off. So on this one, I had a pop-up popping up in the corner that said, get my mega camp notes. And these are notes that I took. I took a 27-page, I created a 27-page PDF of notes from a convention. So what I did is I had a pop-up immediately when they landed that said, get my notes, and I'll show you what that conversion, oh, there it is. There it is, it's still there. All right, I'll show you how these are converting. So I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. Both of these are pop-ups that show up right in the middle of the screen, okay? But you could have them just slide out gently over here. I'll show you what a slide out looks like. So now we'll go to my weight loss website. Watch the bottom right-hand corner. See that? So it's just on the right-hand side there. That's that one. And then there's another one that shows up right across the top, like upcoming webinar or something like that. Well, you can test these in Opt-in Monster. It actually gives you the conversion rates. So if it's not converting the way you want it to, you can do multiple things. One, you can change your offer. Two, you can play with the colors. 3, you can play with whether it's a slide in or a pop up or whatever. Okay. Now, you might think looking at this that it's doing terrible, because down here you can see that it's only converting at a 1.29% conversion rate. So out of everybody that visits the website, when this pops up, that counts just for popping up, not for clicking through and then converting, just for popping up. Okay. So out of 17,000 17,000 times this has popped up, only 227 became leads. So you might go, man, that's terrible. But here's what I want to show you. I made this up one day just on a whim. I was playing with OptinMonster. I took it on a trial. Let me just see if a random newsletter does anything at all, because to me that's like the most generic of offers, right? And shockingly, I have 227 new leads in my database since I launched this. So averaging like 12 leads a day just for people that want to get the newsletter. So even though it looks like a really small conversion rate and that can be massively improved, it's generating a lot of traffic. Okay, so let me show you how this works. So with OptinMonster, what we do is we create this little landing page, and we're going to do one in a minute. I'll show you something cool. So we create this little, not landing page, we create this little offer, this little pop-up, and then what we do is we integrate it. Okay, so watch this. So let's go into this offer. What I want to do is I want to edit this. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to dashboard. We're going to go to campaigns. Okay, here we go. Well, let's edit this so I can show you what it looks like. So we're going to edit this campaign. So this is what it looks like when you're first making it. Right here, there's a button called integrations. Okay. Now, if you have OptinMonster, you can just have it catch all the leads in here. It will collect all the leads for you. That's fine. Or you can sync it with your database. So in this particular case, I'm using Constant Contact, which I am a huge fan of. So I'm using Constant Contact. But if I wanted to, I could create another integration. So look at this. I'm going to drop this down. ActiveCampaign, Aweber, Conversio, ConvertKit, Drip. Look at all of these, okay? Now, I don't see KW Command in there yet for those of you guys that are using KW Command. But there are ways to take Zapier and say, if this comes into OptinMonster, then also put it in Constant Contact. There's lots of ways to do that. But if you're using, or also put it in KW Command. Let's just look really quick. KW Zap OptinMonster. Zapier OptinMonster. Let me just make sure that OptinMonster works with, yeah, it does. Okay. All right. So perfect. So you could just say, you could set up a Zap, which I've got lots of videos on Zaps, and say, if a lead comes into OptinMonster, then also put it in KW Command. You want to see what that looks like? Just so I can kind of run you through really quick. If I were, this isn't just KW agents. This could be for whatever database you're using. But since I do teach Keller Williams agents specifically in my At Your Command coaching program, I want to make sure you see how this works. Okay, so let's log in here. Okay, watch this. Make a Zap. All right. If OptinMonster, okay, new lead, save and continue. Now you got to connect your account. So what you do is you go over to OptinMonster and you grab an API key. So go to OptinMonster. Let me go back to the dashboard here. Go to Lori. We're going to go to my account. We're going to go to API. Okay, create a new key. We're going to call this one Zapier to KW Command. Actually, I think it just needs Zapier. You can title it whatever you want. Create a new key. Zapier. Create. Okay, paste this key. Just hit copy. Go back into Zapier. Zapier. It is called Zapier. And then yes, continue. Now you have OptinMonster. You can click to test it. Success means it's connecting. Save and continue. Okay. Now choose the campaign. Okay. So this is where things get a little bit tricky when you're using something like Zapier, because you have to create each funnel, each Zap individually. So it's a pain in the butt the first time when you're setting this stuff up, but then once you do it, it's fantastic. There's also ways that you can sync two databases using PySync, where you can say, let me see if PySync has opt-in monster. Okay, currently on the roadmap, so it's not there yet. So eventually this will be easier, but for what I want to express here is that there's a way to do almost everything, even if it's a pain in the neck, okay? So, all right, so opt-in monster. So if somebody subscribes to my, let's pick something. Let's pick, if somebody subscribes to my, KW notes, so they subscribe to get my mega camp notes, okay? Then integration display, if empty, will default. So we're just going to leave that alone right now because that's super advanced. I'm not even sure what it's for. I'll have to read it. Okay, so lead A was pulled in. Let's see. There's an A. Okay, so there's their email. So it's a sample. Continue. Okay, now we need an action step. So click the button, and now what do we want to integrate it with? So opt-in monster with KW command. Love this. Create a lead, save and continue. Keller Williams command, test it. Now I'm already synced up, but if you weren't synced up yet, you'd have to follow that same API step that we did before. Save and continue. Okay, now, so if it comes into opt-in monster, then what do I want it to do? Data source, okay? The data source, how do you want to label this as the data source? Now, I don't want to get super advanced with you guys today because I don't believe opt-in monster would ever be the source. Neither would my website making the offer. It would actually be whatever led them there. So in my case, it would be Google organic, like a Google search or a paid search or a Facebook ad or something like that. So let me see if all leads is an option here. Hold on, I'm trying to find something more generic right now. All right, well, for the time being, I'm just going to pick something because I'm not going to leave this one going anyway. All right, so let's just say it's a dial my calls lead. Okay, now which team? Drop this down. Lori Ballen team. That's my team. Full name. What is their full name? That's the lead's first name. Okay. What is their email? All right. Anyway, you're going to keep going through all of these steps. Continue, and then make sure that you have got a way to drop them into, tag them or put them in a particular list, or send them into an unsorted list or something so that it stays clean, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to show you how this is so possible. I mean, Zaps are going to be killer. The only problem is other challenges when we do Zaps is if they're on like a 15-minute roll. So if a new lead were to come in, speed to lead's not going to happen if you're counting on a lead from Zapier to funnel into KW command. So what you might want to do is set up a Zap that says something like, if it comes in, then send me a text message. Or you might want to set it up in like KW command where if a new lead comes in, you're notified, or the source. If it comes in through constant contact, then yeah, you'd have to set it up directly through that software itself to get to you faster, is what I'm saying. So if you're using opt-in monster, you can receive notifications from opt-in monster maybe that would be faster than waiting for that Zap to come in. Okay. So anyway, we'll get more advanced with that stuff as we go along. I love the if this then that functionality, so I'll be teaching a ton of it. All right. Okay. So anyway, the point is you set up your offer and you can have it funnel anywhere. Now let me show you something. So these newsletters, the next question you're going to ask is, well, okay, you're making an offer, Las Vegas newsletter, real estate market, home values, local events, coupons, right? And then I understand I'll receive emails from Lori Ballen. I've got my little disclaimer in there, or my little, yeah, whatever, disclosure, disclaimer. So then what happens is they drop into constant contact, and I've got all these different lists set up so that I can segment my audiences and market to them much better. Because when you give people what they want and it's specific to them, everything goes up. Your conversion rates go up, everything. Like, for example, watch this. So Lori Ballen, look at these conversion rates. KW notes, 20%, 800 leads. Why? Because where this is popping up, that my audience, that's a valuable offer to that audience. So when your conversion rates are low, typically it just means you're either making the wrong offer to the wrong audience, or your offer is too generic, it's not specific enough, it's not a great enough value for them to subscribe to, so you just keep tweaking your offer. You know, so they're coming in right. So this is fantastic. This is getting great conversion rates. Let's look at my keto one that's popping up. So 1.02. Not great, but it's still, I've got 68 leads in the last, the last month, and for people just requesting a generic guide, right? Now there's way better ways to make an offer that's more specific. That's just so generic, right? So that's kind of an example. When they're super generic, you're going to see 1, 2, 3%. When you hit the nail on the head, you're going to be up in the 20% range. I have one that's got 40%, but now I'm not sure where that one was. So anyway, this right now is like is a home run right there. Okay, and we're going to talk about how to make those even better. I'll show you as an example, okay? So when they come into constant contact, what I do is I go in and I create a campaign. All right. Now, let's look at my real estate newsletter so you can see what it looks like. Campaigns tell you the open rates, the click-through rates. You can resend them. You can copy them. Okay, so here's an example of the first newsletter that I sent for... Oh, wrong one. Sorry, that's real estate. I want to show you that's real estate agents. I want to show you the real estate one. It was the first one I did, wasn't it? Okay, here it is, July's newsletter. Okay, so we can see here that this has a 27% open rate. Now, if we look at this, average email open rates. I love to look at these. Let's find one that's 2019. I like when they give me the dates. Hold on, let me see. Here's one. Oh, Optin Monster, that's funny. Okay, let's see if they have it by industry. Let's do this. I want it by industry. Real estate, email open rates by industry, 2019. All right, here we go. Here's one. By the way, depending on which report you pull up, they're all going to look different. It's crazy. All right, so here we go. So we want to find real estate. Okay. Open rate average is 18.88%. So we go back and look at ours, 27%. So we're way beating the average open rate. Now let's look, way beating. I know there's actually math that can tell you what percentage we're beating them, but 27 versus 18. And then the click-through rate on real estate average is 2.02%. Real estate design and construction activity. All right, so it's one of those 2 or 3%. And look at mine. Hold on, got all these open now. 13% open rate. So we're getting good. I'm getting good stats on this. Now let's take a look so you can see what that email looks like. Because people always ask me, well, what do you send them? What do you send them? Oh gosh, you know what? That's still the wrong one. Hold on. Where is... Hang tight, we're about... Okay, here it is, Las Vegas. Ooh, even better, you guys, look. 34% open rate and a 28% click-through rate. So that one's even performing, their actual one's performing even better than what I said. Okay, Ballen Vegas lead. So here's what happens. Optin Monster captures the email, captures their information, funnels it into constant contact. And you can also have it copy into command or sync into command if you want to start using it in there. But command doesn't have the ability to send a newsletter yet, like Constant Contact does. So I'm still using Constant Contact at this point. All right, look at this. I've sent 352 emails. So I've sent way more. I obviously added people to this from somewhere. 34% open rate and a 28% click-through rate. Fantastic. Now let's click on it. And let's look at the email. Okay, so I've got a header, title, I've got a welcome, I have hyper-local information, Las Vegas splash pads and water parks. Why? Because it was summer. Now my next one, I'm going to change that and update it to fall activities or things back to school or things like that. Then I've got always going to have a couple of my featured listings right here. If I did not have any listings, I could put something else in there, okay? Now this is being populated, that's just actually a screenshot. But when the person clicks on the screenshot, oops, I need to change that. Okay, when they click on the screenshot, it should take them to that information. I forgot, you know what I did wrong? And this is a learning opportunity. What I did wrong there is what it's supposed to do. IDX Broker, unfortunately, when the property goes contingent, the property disappears and the link dies. And so what I need to do instead is send that to my custom page, like my landing page that I built so that it doesn't disappear. Okay. Or I know even better, I should just send it to my featured listings page. So I've got a featured listings page here on my real estate website. I could just send them to that page and then it won't disappear. So I'm glad I saw that today. I can go fix it. Then I have Las Vegas real estate market. So here's information on the real estate market for the month before. And here they can find out what their home is worth. Click instant home value. They can fill that out and get an instant home value. Now for my KW audience, I am under the understanding that we're getting home value estimates inside our command. Right now, I'll put the link below so that you get an extended free trial by using my link. Listings to Leads is who I use. And they've got all kinds of bots and text, automated responses, landing pages. So check them out. You can find that in my email, in the link below. Okay. Now I've got a little poll. Would you sell your house online without a real estate agent? And they can select yes. And you can change that response now. Like if they said yes, I could say, did you know that people who sell their house on eBay get X% less than selling with a real estate agent? You can put a call to action on there, okay? So that's cool. And then here I actually have blogs. So here I've got Ferguson's Downtown, information about the blog. I've got my product review for my affiliate marketing. And then I've got Tiny House Living, okay? I have a call to action for Groupons. And when they click there, it goes to Groupon info, and I'm an affiliate with Groupon, so if they were to buy anything, I'd get commissions. And then I have my licensing requirements down below, right? So this is an example of what my newsletter looks like. Now, what's extra cool, and here's what it looks like on mobile. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love my newsletters. And there was a template. There's a template in there, tons of different templates, so you can plug and play what you want to put in there, and you can test it, you know, what's getting traffic, what isn't getting traffic, what's getting clicked, what isn't getting clicked. It'll show you all of that. Here you can see how many were sent, how many bounced. Here you can see did not open, unsubscribed, what your rates are. Now look at this. Here you can see the polls. So obviously nobody's clicking the polls, so that's probably not a great item, or I need to change it. And then here you can see which of your clicks are getting which of your clicks are working the best. Okay, so look at this. My listings are getting the highest percent of traffic. Tiny House Living, 16.7% of the clicks have gone to Tiny House Living. Splash pads, so they're like that hyper local stuff. Real estate market, not doing great. I'll have to play with that. Maybe add an image, maybe add a video. Groupon getting less than 5% of the clicks. Twitter link getting a little bit of the clicks, okay? And then there's my product review. So what I'll be able to do is as this goes on, I can start tweaking. Okay, people like this, but they don't like this. They like this, they don't like this. And I'll start changing the newsletter to have less of what people don't click on and more of what they do click on. And what's more is I even have the ability to say in constant contact when I'm making the newsletter, if somebody clicks on this link, then put them in a new list. For example, if somebody clicks on Las Vegas splash pads and water parks, put them in the hyperlocal marketing list. Okay? Or if this was a call to action for something with kids and they clicked on it, put this in the hyperlocal with kids. Right? If they click on honest review, Bissell Ready Clean, put them in the product review email list. Then if I do a great product review that I think somebody would be interested in, but I don't want to blast my whole list, I can send it then just to the people that have clicked on my product reviews in the past. Guys, this is marketing at its best. Communicating with what they want, when they want it, how they want. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. It doesn't get any better than that. If I dropped them in the Groupon, if they click here, put it in my Groupon list. And then maybe each week I'm going to start sending out the hottest Groupons because those people like it. Right? And then I'll pay attention to unsubscribes, how many are getting too much stuff from me, how many want more from me. Remember when you're doing any kind of marketing that you're not worried so much about who you're alienating, like who's unsubscribing, not who you're alienating, but who's unsubscribing, and you're focusing more on who is engaging and subscribing. How do you give them more of what they want? Now, if you send out a newsletter and you get a massive unsubscribe, then you probably failed at sending the right information to the right person. You might want to go back to the drawing board, or it opened too slow, or it's too messy looking, it wasn't clean enough. There might be reasons. But if you don't have a high unsubscribe report, you know, if you don't have, I don't have a lot of unsubscribes at all, then my newsletter format's probably working. But if I think, oh, I didn't, click-through rate's 27.7%, that's great. And they're clicking on listings, maybe I want to put 4 listings in there. Or maybe I want to put 2 featured listings and put a search widget, or, search for your own homes, or I got to play with it, right? And find out what it is that they're looking for. And then spin them off into the right segment so that I'm starting to send those people the right things, and then it'll work better. All right, so one more thing I want to do today, because I think this is so important. I want to show you the best thing of all about Opt-in Monster, and how we can get even better conversion rates. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at this real estate website. All right, I want to see, let's go over to Clicky. I'll put a link to Clicky below. Clicky is my analytics software, and it is absolutely my favorite analytic tool. So I'm going to scroll down. Let's look at Vegas, and let's see which content I'm getting a lot of traffic on. Okay, look at this. My Las Vegas real estate market report is getting the highest number of clicks right now. Out of all the content on my website, that one's generating the most. Let's go ahead and pull it for the last 7 days. Okay, top one is how to keep bugs off the window screen. Boom, perfect one. Perfect one. All right, watch this. We're going to go create a new offer for that page. Okay, so let's go over to campaign, and let's go to create a new campaign. Now, do we want it to be a pop-up, a full screen, a slide in, a floating bar, or inline content, which means on our page somewhere in between, like paragraphs, right? So I am going to do a pop-up. And we're going to choose something that a template. We're going to choose a template. I'm kind of looking at I want it to be, so usually this will tie into an offer. Let me see what this one looks like. Okay, this is interesting. Let's just go with this one for now so I can show you my thought. Okay, 30% savings. So we're going to use template. Okay, what do you want to call your pop-up campaign? Keep bugs off. What website do you want to load it on? Ballen Vegas. Start building. This is so easy, you guys. Okay, we're going to change this picture. So let's find a picture that we want. Let me see if I still have that fly. I had downloaded a fly recently. That's funny. Okay, let's just use this for an example right now. So let's just say we're uploading a picture of somebody spraying bug spray. Just to let you know how I do this, I have a Canva account. So I go over to Canva, I search for free images, I download it from there, and then I upload it into here. That's how I do mine, okay? So put the image here, and then up here we're going to say something like, list of the best bug sprays. And then we can change the size. Best bug sprays. Oh, highlight. Okay. There we go. So you play with that till you get that to be the size that you want. Okay, now here, this email. Sign up below to receive a list of top selling bug sprays. Let's just leave it like that. And then they fill out their email. Now, over here, here's where you can put in their email, but if you want their name, just click name and it drops in here. So now we have their name and their email. Okay. The more fields you put in, the less likely it is to convert. But I do like to have their first name in there so I can personalize all their emails. So I usually have that in there. You can also add your privacy statement, whatever that is. This might instead say you agree to receive future emails from us or not, if you want that to say that. Okay. And then sign up. All right. Now, so let's just say this is where we want it to be. Now we go over to integrations. Let me save this. Okay. Let's go over to integrations. Now we're going to integrate this, add new integration. I'm going to do constant contact and find my account and connect to constant contact. Now, what list do I want to put them in? That's going to be important because that helps me segment and filter everything, okay? So we might want to go back over to constant contact, go to contacts. We're going to go to add a new list. Whoops, lists. No, I want to add a new list. Enter a new list. Let's call this one bug off. That's my bug off list. Add to list. Okay, go back here. Now, believe we just have to exit out and it should refresh here. So go to constant contact. Lori Ballen. I see it, bug off. Okay, done. Now, save. We're going to go to publish. I'm going to turn it on. But we need to go one more step to do something really cool here. Websites Ballen Vegas. Okay, now watch this. Hold on, just want to think for 1 second. So this is already all installed. I need to make sure, oh, display roles. Okay, I missed a step. All right, see where this says display roles? Now, if we just finished right now and hit publish, it's going to pop up automatically. It should pop up here now. It's going to pop up as soon as they click on a page, I think. All right, it's not popping up yet, so maybe I didn't fully publish it. Okay. Yeah, save. I think I didn't save it. Okay, so let's try it again. If we don't go in and put some settings in it, it'll pop up automatically as they're browsing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I love this. This makes me happy. Okay, now we don't want that though. We only want it to pop up when they're on this page. Keep bugs off. Okay. Let me see if I can, let me open that URL. Okay, there it is. All right. How to keep the bugs off the screen door. Now, just FYI, you're thinking, oh, you're a real estate agent. Why do you care about people keeping bugs off the screen door? I'm also an affiliate marketer, and I sell bug spray every single day because of this blog. So selling more bug spray interests me. I do it all through Amazon. So what'll happen is this person will register for the list, and then as soon as they register, we're going to change it to either redirect them to a page on our website that has all of the bug spray things, which is probably what I'll do, or you could send them to an Amazon page that has those, but that would feel deceitful to me. So what I'll probably do is create a new page on this website that just has a simple grid of the top selling bug sprays. And by the way, just FYI, watch this. Top selling bug spray on Amazon. This is how I get those lists. There it is. So Amazon bestsellers, this is the page. Now I could send them to this. This really isn't that doesn't feel deceitful because it really is a killer page. So watch this. I could go over here. Oh, I'm not logged into my Amazon account. I have to log into my Amazon account. So up here, when I'm logged into my Amazon Associates, there's a share link button that gives me an affiliate link. And then I'm able to use that affiliate link. This person will land right here, and boom, I'll get the commission. I'll get commissions if they buy anything. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is just create a new page on my website and put these in myself through a grid, which I have through Amazon Associates. I can just put in my. They give me the grids to put in there. Okay, so now watch this. Now click the little button. If they are current URL. Is it current URL path or page? Hold on, let me just check. Referring URL, current URL hash, URL query. Hold on. Okay, current URL path. All right, that should be right. We'll check it. Current URL path is exactly matches. Now we're going to paste this whole URL. Okay. Oh, okay. It doesn't need all that, just the end. User behavior, personalization. Okay, we'll get into personalization later. I absolutely love that stuff. And then we're going to click next step. Oh, but I didn't put it on a timer. We'll see what it does. Show the campaign view opt-in. And play a sound effect. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Next step. Okay, if current URL path matches keep bugs off, and nope, that's wrong. We don't want that and, so hold on. Edit. Okay, there we go. If current URL path matches keep bugs off, then show the opt-in and play the sound effect. There it is. Best bug spray, sign up. Lori Ballen. Lori LoriBallen.com. Sign up. Okay, now here's your link. View the top selling bug spray in order by number one first. Lori Ballen is an Amazon affiliate, benefits from purchase made through her links. Click, here's the link. Boom, they go to Amazon bestsellers. And it opened in a new window, so they still have the original. So that's an example. I mean, I just made this on the fly, get it?